Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on my channel. My name is Emilia, but you can call me Emmy. And in today's video, I decided to go a bit wild and show you a few fragrances that for me would go into the category of clean fragrances. Whatever that means, because basically I'm going to debate this in a video as well. And from the fragrances that I'm going to show you, you will see that. And yeah, if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, don't forget to do that before you're leaving. And let's get just started. So as mentioned in the intro, I mentioned basically that the word clean for me, it doesn't really mean a particular clean. It doesn't mean like Dove clean or this pure fresh clean. For me it can mean also a citrusy clean, for example, or maybe a more of a floral clean vibe, because when we take shower at the end of the day we're still clean. Now it depends also from what you like. You might want something that is more fruity like watermelon, and that still gives you that clean vibe. And obviously we have also the more refreshing ocean spicy kind of like vibes that you might consider clean. And obviously there are fragrances of all kinds, and I'm going to start showing you a few. And obviously, because the variety of clean fragrances that I have thought about, it's quite overwhelming and I don't want to make this video too long, I decided that I'm going to make a 4 parts video so that you can enjoy and also have a bit of chit chat in between, not just show you the fragrances one after another. Another clean category for me would be this herbal botanical kind of like clean freshness, for which I have also a few fragrances in mind. Now, if you haven't yet grabbed your cup of coffee or maybe a cup of tea, then don't forget to do that. Let's just straightforward jump into it, and I will try to show you the fragrances based upon somewhat the price categories as well. So I'm going to start with some of the cheapest fragrances in my collection. And one of them is a beautiful, beautiful scent from Elizabeth Arden, Fifth Avenue. And unfortunately, I consider that this fragrance is not so popular in the fragrance community. However, I do find that this scent, it smells so chic, so sophisticated, and I find it a safe, everyday, womanly scent. It's very beautiful. If you're from the US, you know what I'm talking about, Fifth Avenue. If you're not, then this is a very popular road in the United States where, you know, people go shop around. What I liked also is that the same as the bottle is, it's very chic, it's very elegant, and it's outstanding. And what I liked, at least in my environment, in my country, is that no one around me wears it. So it's not popular. It's not like all these fragrances that you hear about, like Giorgio Armani My Way, which by the way, I really love it. But I don't want around me 10 other people to smell the same. I do have my own preferences. Now, going back to this fragrance, what I liked is that it has a soapy, bright side, which turns it into the perfect, kind of like no-brainer, any occasion kind of like fragrance. What I mean here, it can be your wedding or a wedding that you're attending, maybe a work environment, I don't know, a baby shower, maybe your next interview for a job, or maybe migration department, or maybe you need to attend an interview for your passport, citizenship, you name it. Maybe a cozy night, um, even a funeral. Maybe you just want to walk on, hang out with your friends, have a coffee. So this for me, it's one of those fragrances that I consider it no headache, no problem. You don't have to think about it twice. So if you have it in your collection, you don't know what to wear, just go for it. If you're looking for something like it's soapy, chic, elegant category. And it's a safe, blind buy even if you like this kind of category. It's for me a very pleasant, very feminine, great for everyday use scent, not offensive at all. It does not smell cheap, even though the price tag it's cheap. And it does not seem to be dated either. Some of those fragrances that you might find out there, they might seem to be dated the 90s, and you might not want to smell like that because, hello, we're in 2022. And this just smells very clean, very nice. And if I would smell it on someone else, not knowing this fragrance already, I would have said that it is a much more expensive fragrance than it is. So this is another plus for this fragrance. And basically the clean or fresh aspect comes in from basically for this fragrance from the lime and mandarin from the opening and musk in the base. So once again, Fifth Avenue by Elizabeth Arden. The next on my list in today's video would be another fragrance that I consider cheapy. And again, it's one of those fragrances that it's sadly forgotten about it in the fragrance community, though I enjoy it. And that's none the other but Downtown by Calvin Klein. I like also how it comes. It's a very unique bottle. It's a recent addition to my collection. So there starts to be some dent in it. I'm not sure how much you can see it on the camera. Maybe if I show you the bottle like this, you will see it. So this for me, it's a very beautiful floral, musky, woody fragrance. And I consider it very underrated, understated, and so forgotten, I believe, in the fragrance community. But what I like is that the pink pepper smell here is the strongest, which I think adds a lovely bit of spice and uniqueness to an otherwise very floral, fruity, feminine fragrance. And I believe also that from this pink pepper note, you get this freshness as well. And you do get the bit of sweetness from the pear and the plum in the opening because that's what we have. But in the dry down, you get this clean girl aspect from the musk. So it's a well blended fragrance, in my opinion. It has a bit, of course, of an edginess as well from the vetiver and the incense and pink pepper. So you have to love pink pepper fragrances. And if you haven't yet tested any fragrance that has pink pepper and you might want to go for this, I would suggest that you go first and spray it. Even though for me, this was a blind buy and I consider it a safe blind buy, but nonetheless, each one of us has different tastes. So therefore, my recommendations to you is go outside and test it if you have the chance. And for me, this overall, if you ask me when I'm going to wear it, well, for in my opinion, this is a perfect everyday office scent fragrance, you name it. Um, I do believe it's one of, again, those fragrances that you can wear it anytime, any hour. It's not like overly sweet that you can wear it only like maybe on a date night. It's not this gourmand category. And I think overall this fragrance, it should be more talked about in the fragrance community and people should be aware of it. Once again, it's Calvin Klein's Downtown. The next on my list, it's another Calvin Klein fragrance, which I recently purchased and I have some dent on it. And this is Eternity by Calvin Klein. So this is one of fragrance that it's very difficult to find in my country. There are other flankers, of course, that I could have thought about. Obviously, I couldn't put my hands on them, so therefore I don't have them. But another very nice fragrance from this collection would be Eternity Air. So that's again a beautiful scent. Now, going back to the Eternity, the original, you can see I already put a dent on it. I've been wearing it like a couple of times. This for me, it's more green, more floral, a little bit of sweetness here and there, woody notes, freshness. And again, this is why I consider this fragrance suitable for all day, everyday wear, office safe again. um, Overall, I find the notes being well blended, and I personally cannot distinguish any particular note. Initially, when I spray it, though it has this enormous spiciness from the stage, but on me, when it dries down, it becomes a very clean, soapy scent that makes me smell my wrists during the day. I know it sounds funny, and you know, people might be looking at me like, what I'm doing there, but it smells so good. Again, don't forget that the pH on each one of us is different. So if you're interested and you were thinking buying this, I would recommend again go out in the stores and just try it out, see how it works on you. And this again has musk and amber in the base. So this is what I believe it gives that clean aspect for the fragrance. Overall, it's fresh and flowery with just a hint of peppery, herby spiciness, which stops it from being too sweet or, kind of like screechy, headache inducing, in my opinion, or cloying. So, again, another interesting fragrance by Calvin Klein, Eternity. And here I have another fragrance for you guys, on number 4 for today. And it's one that I actually purchased initially as a dupe, but then I've managed to find it in the stores online, and it's a beautiful scent. It's Trussardi Donna by Trussardi. This is the 100 milliliter. I went for the full bottle, not for the um, 50 or 30. And for me, it's a fragrance that I could recommend for you if you're looking for your clean, the classy and sophisticated fragrance with a bit of zesty citruses, because that's what you get from the opening basically. Then I consider this fragrance an ideal fragrance for you. Now, I blind bought this fragrance and I have no regret. I mentioned I did had a dupe, but obviously dupes are dupes, so there might be small differences. Um, the dry down for this fragrance, it's a creamy, smooth floral with light woods in it. And when I smell this fragrance, not because of the name, but it does take me to these beautiful Italian regions. And actually, it takes me back to the landing from the plane in the beautiful region of Bergamo, which is in Italy, where from my plane window, I could see this beautiful sunshine and from the below the green hills. It is a fragrance that brings me back this memory, so that's why it's even more special for me. It is a fragrance that I can consider that it's going to be an easy reach for you. And I see it again as a white shirt and jeans kind of a fragrance, young as well, but soft enough for mature wear. Again, it's one of those that it's non-offensive for an office or work environment. And overall, it's a very beautiful, very soft and feminine perfume. So once again, Trussardi di Donna by Trussardi. And the next on my list will be a very interesting fragrance that was recently added to my collection. And this is Paradiso by Roberto Cavalli. This is the original one. I have the other flankers as well, which will follow in the other videos. But for now, let's talk about the original one. This is the 75 ml version. So I did put some dent, as you can see. And it's a fragrance that was, again, recently added to my collection. So all these are recent purchases. And for me, this original Paradiso, which means paradise, it's a refined and carnal, sensual, again, very feminine, but also kind of like carefree and relaxed scent. It's your kind of like floral, woody fragrance of the Mediterranean, and as a heavenly bouquet that opens with, some citrus notes of the bergamot and the mandarin, blending well next with the floral heart of jasmine. It definitely has similarities to YSL Libre, which one of my favorites. Absolute amazing fragrance. I love the lavender in it, that crispness as well. And that's again another fragrance that I consider in my clean category. So if you like Yves Saint Laurent's Libre, the original, then I would definitely think that you would love this as well. However, keep in mind that this is somewhere around half of the price, depending, disclaimer here, depending from where you are. Because in Cyprus, this is costing me for, as mentioned, 75 ml. I paid 47 euros. Whereas the Yves Saint Laurent Libre, which I took as a package, as a Christmas gift box in an offer, it was for 50 milliliters, I paid 80 euros. So you see, there's a huge price difference. Now, for me, this is a fresh scent that brings in the light and warmth of the Mediterranean summer. It's aromatic and woody again, so it's perfect scent again. And the next fragrance here that I'm going to mention, and this is going to be the number 6, and I hope it's not going to be a surprise, but this for me, it's an absolute beautiful, clean, transparent scent, and it's none the other but L'Odyssée by Issey Miyake. Now, this is your perfume that is as clear as spring water can be. Combining that in a spray of a waterfall, imagine you are in a green forest where you have this freshness, this greenness, maybe the singing of the birds in the forest, and then you have the river or the waterfall somewhere in the background, and you hear this noise. And this is what for me it's you have this beautiful waterfall like impression or vibe, the fragrance of flowers and the scent of springtime forest. And what I liked about this fragrance, besides being transparent, is that it's very soft, it's very gentle, and it has, in my opinion, an aquatic scent profile. Therefore, I consider it again an all occasion sheer air beauty, not overly floral, not overly fruity, not overly spicy. There's, well balanced and has just a subtle hint of sweet musk that gives me that clean girl kind of vibe. The flowers here are not overpowering, they're very delicate. So we have here rose, lily, and lotus, which are kind of like gentle, but at the same time seductive. And for me, this is a perfect zen of beauty. And the harmony of florals here, it's very well aligned. That smells almost like minimalistic, like one soft, bloomy accord overall. I absolutely adore it. Um, Again, what you have to mention here and keep in mind that is this comes in the eau de toilette formulation. There are also different flankers. So, go out there and check if this is something that might be of your interest. For me, the bottle is again very unique. And the last from today's video is going to be none the other but a beautiful fragrance. It's Kim Kardashian's Fleur Fatale. Now, this for me goes into the category when you are looking for your floral, woody musk fragrance. And let me show you also the bottle, how cute it is. Very beautiful. It's like a rose. It smells to me just like a Dove pink soap. I believe the rose from this scent brings you this soapy aspect, but it's a rosy soap. It's not the clear Dove soap. That's why I mentioned Dove pink soap, which has this rose petals in it. And it's very clean, it's very light. Therefore, anything that is clean smelling, light smelling, I consider it perfect for the office environment, even for everyday wear. It is simply a pretty rose fragrance and not that, jammy, boring rose. It's fresh, it's beautiful, and I think the bottle is a perfect representation of what is inside, basically. So if you see, it's a blooming rose. I do get the iris here, the peony, and the bergamot too. So we have a bit of freshness from the bergamot. And overall, for me, they are blended beautifully. These were the 7 scents for today in this video. And obviously, I'm going to talk about other scents in my next episode. So if this is something of your interest or you want to see additional fragrances to choose from and find yours, then keep on watching because I'm going to upload shortly also the next part. And obviously for each part, I will add the previous parts or previous episodes so you can follow them if you have missed one of them. And let me know which are your favorite clean scents, if you have any, of course, or which one you don't like. And comment below what are your opinions with regards to these fragrances, if you have them. And I hope that I did increase a bit your interest and curiosity. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video so that I can come with additional content for you in future and make your days a bit more spicy. Thanks for watching and till next time. Bye bye.